I thought I shared.
Guys, we got about 30 seconds, then we'll start.
Do I need this?
We'll start in 30 seconds. I thought we started.
Sal, looking good.
Good
Look
what?
at, look at the two of you.
I see nothing. I hear nothing. What the heck?
You guys are live right now. So.
All right, we are live. Hello,
right.
everyone. Welcome to Funny Talk with Mangelli and Max. I'm Tom Mangelli.
I'm Tom Mangelli.
I'm Doug Max.
And this week we have Funny Talk in 3D with our special guests, Uncle Vinny and Uncle Sal.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Yeah, Uncle Sal is my mother's brother.
Oh, boy.
Yay.
I come. I hitchhiker over here.
Yeah, we met Uncle Vinny on the road. We're not related to him, but that's all relative.
They call me Uncle Uzi.
Uzi?
Uzi is uncle.
Uh-huh. Alrighty then. So, we are broadcasting from Hamilton Radio in beautiful Robbinsville, New Jersey. And thank you for tuning in. Doug Max, do you have anything to say for us?
Hello.
Yes, that was Doug Max, everyone.
For some reason, people think I'm funny at times. What is wrong with people?
I have yet to figure that out.
Yeah.
However, Doug Max and Tom Mangelli are going to be teaming up this Thursday at a benefit up in Rockland County. For who is it for?
It's for parents.
It's Foster
Parents Aid Society.
Something
of
like
Rockland County.
Right. And they're going to have homemade pasta. That's why I'm going.
Pasta fazool.
Pasta fazool, maybe. Not the store-bought.
Pasta fazool.
Not the store-bought pasta. That's an impasta.
The fazool pasta.
He knows a lot about fazool.
What
is fazool? I'm sorry.
It's fagioli. It's beans.
That's it. Okay, pasta fazool.
And it's associated with a good fart, too.
Yeah, in Italy, it's enema. Accommodation.
It's pronounced M&M.
Quando piga fazool e pasta, faccia ubid.
Io capito. Molto grazie.
Faccia brutta.
So at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the subtitles.
And as you can see, you'll also see the phone number where you're welcome to call in. Please call in.
Yes. Oh, we do.
We do. We have your Uncle Al.
Oh, put him on the phone.
Chia.
Is this another Uncle?
Al.
Hello?
Testicles 1 2.
Yes.
Testicles 1 2.
Is this Al?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Hello, Albert.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Chia kusa Al.
You know Al. He's your brother.
Oh, hello, Al. I know Al Jr.
Right.
Junior. That's you?
Al, where are you calling from tonight?
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Nice.
Maroon.
Now, I understand it's your birthday today?
Yeah, but don't tell too many people.
All right. Don't worry. Nobody listens to our show.
To stop. We have tens of thousands of listeners worldwide.
Really?
Many. You know all the letters and cards we get?
Oh, sure.
Okay, send money.
Send money?
You know, we get more requests for food. Many of our listeners are from Ethiopia and Somalia.
It's true. They look at me. I think I'm like the Farouk or something.
They look at you and they think you're the main course.
Thanks.
And they think you're going to save this country all by yourself is what they think.
So, Al,
where's the barbecue sauce?
So, Al, you're calling all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia. What do you have for us tonight? What do you have to say?
Let's see. My wife and I went to Good Chris Steakhouse, and we met with some friends and had dinner with them.
Get out.
And now we're just home chilling out.
You have friends?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right.
Wait, but this is a comedy show. Your uncle just said, we went out for dinner.
Yeah.
Al, you've got to. Can you make that funnier for us?
Don't listen.
What
to
did
him.
you
was
eat?
free. It was free.
It was free? Okay.
That's nice.
So what do you have to say to your brother?
Maar dat de vanavond meneer. What? That's happy birthday to you.
Vinny, do you speak Italian? Do either of you?
Yes, I speak a little in poquito.
Io parle un poco italiano.
Si,
Molto bene.
molto bene.
The one thing I can say is how to order my favorite alcoholic drink in Italian.
Uncle Sal speaks fluent Italian, right?
Me no speak English.
Only the swear words, though.
Me no put those anger.
In Italian say, look at his face.
All I want to know is, did your wife make you the matzo ball soup that she's famous for your birthday? And if she didn't, when is she gonna make it?
That's right,
When
Doug.
you talking to? When you gonna make the possible? When you coming down?
Next week.
All right.
We'll have lots of balls for you.
They better be big balls, let me tell you.
She accused of balls.
Big balls.
She makes the best matzo ball soup you ever had.
That's a wonderful.
Now, I don't speak Italian, but I speak Italian menu.
What I want to know is how did we get to talking about matzo ball soup? What are you guys doing with matzo ball soup?
Al's wife, Sharon, is Jewish.
Oh, nice.
If you didn't know, Doug is Jewish also.
That's his problem.
If you couldn't tell from my Italian accent.
I don't think my sister-in-law, she no Jewish.
No?
No, I think she Greek.
Who's Greek?
Hey, Shanina. What? You agree?
That was just a Coke tonight, I thought that Vinny had. Did
Yeah,
you
well.
slip something in your Coke, Vinny?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
He was speaking English at dinner.
I gotta tell you that my daughter was very confused because she's half Catholic and half Jewish.
Uh-huh.
So we always wanted to find out exactly how we could do her license plate. So first we said Jewalic, but that sounded like a Jewish alcoholic.
Uh-huh.
So we changed to Catholic. now she's Catholic and Jewish.
Catfish.
And is she stronger one than the other? Does she celebrate both Christmas and Hanukkah?
We celebrate everything.
Every holiday.
All the holidays, all the
Now,
Italian holidays, all the Jewish holidays.
I used to take the Christmas lights and turn them into a Jewish star, and it would really piss my ex off.
now, Al, did you know that in the 1950s the Muslims had a holiday called Ramalama Ding Dong?
Rumble.
We celebrate that too.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, my God.
So I'm afraid to start my car after the show.
That's
Oh,
why.
I get it. Now I get it. So
Am I
maybe we
tying-
can
am I
talk
tying
matzo
up
ball.
your phone lines? Other people might want to call in.
Yeah, that's true.
Every time the Ethiopians call in, all they ask is for food. They're not listening to our show for entertainment.
So-
They just want the food.
I wanted to mention, Al lives in Virginia. I've seen him like twice in the last 10 years. I'm in Atlantic City a month ago with these two bananas. And who shows up? Al and Sharon. Out of nowhere. Unplanned.
Oh, beautiful. That's,
We were trying to surprise you. So we were going to come up there to Tom's River on Saturday, but you guys beat us to the punch.
You know, Tom went swimming. The river's gone now.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's Doug.
Oh, it's a wonderful to hear you, Al.
Yeah, same here, guys.
Hey, Doc, I'm just going to say it. Could we be... Never mind. I thought we were frozen on Facebook for a while. But I just didn't press play.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, look,
good.
I'm going to hang up. I want you guys to have a successful show, okay?
Well, how are we going to do that now?
That's a wonderful.
That ship has sailed.
Somebody else has got to call in.
All right, Al, listen, happy birthday. Thanks for calling in.
Peace be with you.
The Pope said, peace be with you.
And if you're ever in New Jersey, I make a great matzo ball soup too.
Okay.
Start the
Thank
phone.
you.
You're welcome.
Ciao, Menin. Ciao.
Ciao for now.
Buonanotte.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la
Take care.
vista.
So now, Vinny.
Hello.
What the hell was that? Now, I don't know if you're speaking English yet, but didn't you have another outfit you wanted to show the people?
Well,
The hell was that?
excuse me, I got the little
That was the best of Azul.
maroon. Mamma mia.
So, Tom, I think
Yes.
this would be a good time for us to
This isn't
share
a
the
good time
secret-
for anything, Doug.
This would be a good time for you to share the secret theme of our show.
Well, the secret theme is we like to commemorate the old time comics. Like we've paid tribute to Abbott and Costello and Laurel and Hardy and the Three Stooges.
So how did we get to your uncles?
Well, I don't know. We shook the tree and these nuts fell out.
I paid good money for a hot dog.
Okay, so I guess before we go on, we should thank our sponsor, who I have a feeling this might be the last night
Yeah.
that of our sponsorship. The
sounds-
wonderful Jack Hoffman of J. Irwin Productions. If you do anything where you need to raise money and/or laugh, or you want to do both, please write to Jack at jirwinproductions.com and seek out information about doing a comedy night, a comedy fundraiser.
Right. He's actually hosting the show we're doing on Thursday. Correct?
That is correct.
That is correct.
And if you keep on blabbing a little bit, I'm going to actually tell people details about how they can come and see you and I together. That doesn't happen very often.
What's that?
You and I.
No, we don't. We don't perform together often, and there's a reason
It's
for
probably a good reason. I think I know. I have a reason.
that. They like to limit one schlub per show. No, I'm joking.
You know what's funny? Our comedy is very, very different, but I think it complements one another.
Well, your comedy is definitely different.
It is. Once I did a show, and the guy hosting the show introduced me as the strangest man he'd ever met.
That was
And
me.
I know, it was like my third comedy show ever,
Yes.
and I had to deal with that.
Well,
I was all prepared, not having any idea what I was going to do.
That was the
but
most.
then that's how I.
That was the most accurate introduction you ever got.
Well, I just want to say, in my
Are
country,
you still here?
where? We all make a mistake, and you know.
Uh-huh.
When I come to this country too many years ago, I come and I marry a beautiful lady. Beautiful. I have 3 wonderful daughters. Beautiful, beautiful daughters. One's a little cuckoo. She takes after me.
Uh-huh. There's only a little cuckoo.
A lot of cuckoo.
All right.
But, and I have 6 grandchildren, 4 girls and 2 boys. Beautiful, beautiful grandchildren. And I come to this country. Did I say I come to this country?
Yeah.
Yes, but you should say it into the microphone.
I come to this country. I'm Italian. And I like everybody to know that this is, what's your name again?
Harry Carey.
My brother-in-law, ooh, what a bigger phone. My brother-in-law, Salvador. And what's your name again?
Tom.
Oh, too bad.
When I work overtime, I'm Tom and a half.
A time and a half, that's wonderful.
They call me Sponge Tom Round Pants.
I heard about your mattress.
Yeah, yeah. That
But-
was,
Too late.
yeah.
But anyway, I come a wonderful, wonderful country. And I want to say that I learned to speak English over here in this country when I worked with other people, and they teach me how to speak English. And now I speak very well. No problem.
Evidently.
Wow, you learned very quickly. That was like right in front of our eyes.
Well, it was like I take the pills, and the pills make me talk like this.
He's like a language, what do you call it?
I have no.
We call it a language
Savant.
pill.
Savant.
I
Yeah,
never.
Tom, you're clever. You ought to be able to come up with a good name of a pill for
Exalax. Tom would say Exalax. That's right. What a wonderful.
You keep on talking like that, I'm going to take a pill called Examax.
Exalax.
That'll solve a lot of my problems.
I knew I heard that name before.
So, Vinny,
Hello.
is it true we're technically not related, except through marriage?
Yeah, whenever I buy toilet paper, I remember you.
Thank you.
But
Is that because he's squeezably soft like Charmin?
Oh yeah, Betty's. Oh, big squeeze.
Now, Vinny, just to give you some perspective,
Gee.
Vinny's sister, Angela, was married
To me,
Sal, Uncle
50
Sal.
55 years, I'm telling you.
Holy moly.
Yeah, well, she was a wonderful person, but kooky, but I loved her very much.
She take after me.
Yeah.
But
To the two of them, they're both nuts.
Sal, you
Anyway.
finally got a word in edgewise, and we got a caller to take.
Motto.
Caller, who are you?
Hi, my name's Amanda.
Amanda. I
I'm Vinny's granddaughter.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We have a little problem at the house, Grandpa.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I went to go use your bathroom, and I think you might have forgotten to flush the toilet. So I was just wondering where you kept your plunger.
Okay, this is what do you do. You call Uncle Sal. He make
Okay,
a,
well,
he make a bigger
can you ask
poop.
him something?
He make a bigger poop.
Amanda, I used to be a handyman. This is what you do. You take some saran wrap, and you're going to cover the lid of the toilet really, really tight. Poke a hole in the center, and then take a shower head from the shower, and you're going to put it on full blast into the hole in the saran wrap. And one of two
All right.
things is going to happen. One of those things will be good. Hopefully the other thing
one of
doesn't
them?
happen.
So, Amanda,
Yes.
is the toilet really stopped up, or you're being funny?
No.
You're not being funny? It's really... Okay.
No, I'm being funny.
Oh, you're being funny.
Oh, well, that was pretty funny.
I fixed the toilet before I leave. I called the plumber, Vincenzo. Vincenzo come over the house, and he plunged the toilet. And
All right, well, it's your bathroom, so.
Mr. Roto-Rooter over here.
my bathroom upstairs or downstairs?
No, in your little apartment.
Uh-oh. Did it? Oh, who
You
did
know,
it?
since Amanda brought it up, I'm just gonna. I've never done this in a comedy bit, and you'll find out why in a second. But I've always wondered. I think there's a paper conspiracy going on in this country, and I've seen it in two places: in toilet paper and paper towels. So with toilet paper, I went to buy toilet paper, and the Cottonelle, it says 6 rolls equals 24. And I'm like, how stupid do these people think we are? I counted the rolls like 3 times. There were 6. But the label on it said 6 rolls equals 24. And upon further investigation, it's because it's thicker and more absorbent, and they're saying it's equivalent. I'm like, it's a new math. And then they sell these paper towels they say you're going to save money because it's only a half a sheet. It's not a half a sheet. It's 40% of a sheet. And in order to get a decent wipe up on anything, you need to use 2 sheets. And now it's I'm sorry, it's 60%. Now you've used more than a regular sheet.
Maroon.
And this
Yeah.
is why Doug has never played Madison
Yeah.
Square Garden.
Unbelievable.
I have the best shopping tip for you with that.
Okay.
Ask Grandpa. He's a frequent Walmart shopper. He can give you the best deal.
I'll remember. Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Get extra soft and don't press too hard because you break the paper. I need a pill.
And the
think
other
so.
He's
thing
also
is,
very talented. He
and
can
now
speak
the
3
rolls
different
are so
languages,
big.
apparently.
now the rolls are so big they don't fit in my toilet paper.
I carry my own rolls.
I see.
But bump. Yes.
So, Amanda, didn't you recently have a special occasion?
Yeah, I had a birthday.
Oh, and now I know not to ask a woman her age. So how much do you weigh?
21.
Are you 21, Amanda?
Yes, I am.
And so what are you doing with your life these days?
Drinking.
Drinking legally instead of illegally now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Is that it? Can you make money drinking?
I mean, if I can, I'll let you know.
If there's a way, she'll find it. By the way, it was a lovely party. Thank
Yes,
you.
it was. Thank you for coming.
That means there was food there?
There was food there.
Oh, plenty of food.
Till I got there.
We knew Tom was coming, so we had to make sure we had enough.
Right.
Okay, so Amanda, what are you doing other than drinking?
I don't know. I think I drink too much, so I don't really know what else I'm doing.
You know, you kids today, my son is 22 years old, and I tell him I have a beer and that's enough for me, and he's like, Dad, you're a, I won't tell you what he calls me, but, you know?
Does it start with a P?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta step up my drinking game. What can I do, Amanda? What's the secret to being...
Just don't think about it. Just do it.
Just do it. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so nice. I have the grandchildren, 4 years old to 21.
Wow.
So Amanda's the oldest.
Oldest. Wonderful, wonderful granddaughter. And I got the other granddaughter is Marissa and Samantha and Alexa.
Not Marissa Tomei.
No.
No, Marissa.
Damn it.
Marissa, well, Tomei. She wants to be a Tomei. A tomato.
A tomato.
But the boys.
He has to say these nice things about us. He doesn't want us to put him in a nursing home.
You should hear what he says when the show's over.
Como dai should do nursing home.
So,
Oh, they're wonderful.
Uncle Sal, you've got kids.
Yes, I've got kids. That's why I'm shell-shocked. Anyhow, 3 wonderful boys. They put me through the mill, let me tell you. But anyway, I have grandkids now going from 18 to 27 years old, 5 altogether. 2 girls and 3 boys. They're really wonderful young men and women, I swear to God.
And
you know?
but they made you work in a mill?
Oh, my,
Was it a grist mill?
They worked me and they ran me through the fathers. Oh, my God. We were married before I lost my wife, 55 years, okay? It was really a roller coaster ride. I mean, you know, she was wonderful. The kids are great now, but when they were teenagers, oh, my God. I mean, I used to come home in the night. What car's busted up? Who's in the hospital? That's the first thing. Is everything okay? What? How many times I came home, they don't even put 1 car, 2 cars destroyed, you know what I mean? Vinny, did you check the oil like I told you? Sure, Dad, I always check the oil. Engine burnt out because he never checked the goddamn quart of oil. Then, he loved animals, okay, one of my oldest one, okay? He always made little aquariums of animals. He was like, I'm telling you, he should have been a veterinarian, you know what I mean? So I used to work close by for Scrivener Book Company. I decided to come home a little earlier that day. Good thing I did. As I'm driving up, I see this truck pulling my driveway with a big thing that looked like a coffin. and two guys, one with red hair, they're wheeling it out. So I know, hey, something's up. So anyway, they bring it in the backyard. So I come home, get undressed, and I come out there and everything's nice and quiet. I said, the gig's up someplace, but I don't know where it is. Make a long story short,
It's too late for that.
these two guys talked him into taking this at least 20-foot python. This thing was huge in this cage, you know? So I says, boys, what's up? Where is this thing? Well, Dad, no, it's a little... I saw something come out of the truck. So they went and get it behind the weeping willow tree. They brought it to the front. Madonna mia, I almost passed out. I says, I let you have any kind of animal in the world. God damn it, you better get rid of this monster. What are we in Africa? Get out of here. Where am I going to get these dead rats to give him or human beings to eat this thing, Madonna mia? What? It had a mouth like the Holland Tunnel. I'm telling you, the Holland Tunnel. Heart attack, let me tell you. Oh, but it really, and then my wife, I loved her. I was 6 foot high. She was 4 feet under my arm. Sal, you shouldn't make a right-hand turn over here. Sal, you didn't stop at the stop sign. Sal, where were you? How come you took so long to go buy those sandwiches, Sal?
She was like your GPS.
And then the brother came over. Everything was good because Uncle Vinny came. And she cooked them nice meals, you know, and the salmon and me, I came home. Brother, everything for him. Shit for me and everything for him. He thinks I forget. He thinks.
Tell them the story when you and Angela, you date, and you downstairs in the entry of the house, 3-family house, and I upstairs saying, what do you do down there?
I couldn't even sneak a kiss because of this guy over here. What are you doing down there? Stop it. Can I grab a kiss after going on a date, you know, at least?
I never forget the...
And then when the kids were growing up, right? Of course, my wife and I were still young. We lived in Wayne, you know, and we were on the 2nd floor. To the left was our bedroom. To the right, the 3 boys was in another bedroom. Now, every now and then, occasionally, maybe on Saturday, we closed the door to be private, right? And there's the 3 of them all lined up on the steps, and I'm hearing, he's parking her. Oh, come on, give me a break. Nothing sacred, nothing. But anyway, we got through it. Now, I was an idiot all my life with these boys because I used to reprimand them. They used to give me the twinkle in the eye. And this twinkle meant with like the bottom finger, you know. That was the twinkle up yours, you know. Then all of a sudden, they became adults, young men. And they're in the car, and all of a sudden, I'm getting all these accolades. Well, am I hearing things? I had to clean my ears. What? Dad, you did this, and your dad, and you did... I says, all of a sudden I became an MBA. Right?
What is
that? I'll tell you, that really threw me over the edge, you know, how wonderful you are, what you did, and all the things I told them for years and years that I thought went out one ear or the other. No, it boomeranged and it stood up there someplace. No.
So what's the end of the story? They asked for money?
No, they really...
That's how I used to do it.
Doug, did you know that Uncle Sal used to be my piano teacher?
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know you could play piano.
Yeah, well,
I don't play. I took lessons.
Let me tell you about that. Years ago, we had a...
Wait a minute. Did they make pianos with extra wide keys?
In those days when I had a group, I was playing the piano, giving piano lessons and all that. Anyway, in those days, the saxophone player's father used to take a big interest that, you know, his son was in a group. So he makes a big banner. The Gay Notes! Good thing in those days, gay meant, you know...
Wait a minute, the Gay Notes?
That was the name of his band.
You were in the...
The Gay Notes! So
You're the Salvatore from the Gay Notes? I grew up with the Gay Notes. Are you kidding?
That was a different
I
Gay
have
Notes.
every one of your albums.
It was a different gay in those days, just happy frolic. Years ago, I mean, it's another story altogether. So he made this big banner. Banner, the gay notes with all sparkles and all that stuff.
Of course, with sparkle.
So what are the gay notes? I guess G is one and B is another. L is in a note. Q is in a note. T is in a note. So it's L. It's a G and B. The gay notes.
Maron, I mean, we did a whole bunch
What
of
does
parties
maroon
with
mean? Can we ask?
Maron?
Can you? They told
My
me that.
God.
My God. Oh.
Maron.
Maron, I mean, Madonna, me,
All my friends at the auto shop, they're Italian or Spanish, and I'm deaf in one ear, and I heard them referring to me, calling me Morty Cohen.
Gee, really?
Now in Spanish, Maricon,
Marigon.
do you know
It's-
what that means?
Crazy.
Americano.
It means that you're crazy in the head. You relate to
I
me.
thought they were calling me Morty Cohen.
Cosa Marigon Espostada.
That's right. That's the funniest story.
Now, if you're watching the show on Facebook, you notice that the two guests, Vinny and Sal, dressed together. They dressed alike. They're like a ventriloquist act.
But the frightening thing is that Sal drove wearing his 3D glasses.
Yes.
We got here real fast.
What was the joke you have about?
I just got a new apartment. It's apartment. The apartment came with these cool glasses. It's apartment 3D. It costs more than the other apartments, but everything seems so real.
I gotta see you this here.
Thank you.
Performing every second and fourth Tuesday here from Hamilton Radio in beautiful Robbinsville, New Jersey.
I can't see this.
Fair
over
warning.
here.
You can't see. You can't talk either.
Are these actually really 3D glasses?
I got these online. It took me a while to find them.
And do you know why they would be red and blue?
Those are the. I don't know. That's how they filmed it.
I believe it has to do with the Doppler effect.
That's sound.
No, you know how when a train comes towards you,
Right.
the pitch of it rises and it goes away, it gets lower.
Right.
The same thing happens in light. As it comes towards you, it's blue, and as it goes farther away, it's red. That's how they know how far stars away are.
I think your
How far
headset's
away?
too tight.
I think his belt is too tight. But
Everybody
Speaking of
thinks
tight
I'm too
belts,
tight.
Uncle Sal, what's your favorite foods?
everything.
The works.
Seconds.
The works.
Uncle- yeah.
Uncle Sal used to own a food store, fast food,
Uh-huh.
and every week they go bankrupt.
He'd eat the profits.
You eat the profits.
Speaking of fast food, I was once in line at the drive-thru at a Burger King, and it took forever to get served. So the woman came to the window with my order. She says, "Oh, I'm sorry for the wait." I looked down and said, "What kind of crack is that?"
You should have parlayed that into a free Burger King meal.
That's
You
true.
should have started. I would have started crying.
That was a true
You know,
story.
that's funny.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to learn. There are a lot of words that you can't use around Tom. Otherwise, he'll interrupt the sentence with a
With a
with a
stupid
pun.
joke.
Yeah.
Now, Sal, you both come from Hoboken, right? You lived there. You grew
Yeah.
up there. I was born there, but I never lived there. But you used
Wait
to...
a minute.
What?
If you were born there, you lived there.
For a couple of days, yeah.
Okay. Well, you were alive.
Then we moved to Union City until they found out we weren't Cuban. Then we had to move.
Wait a minute.
Did they come chase? That was they chased you down the street with the big cigars.
Yeah.
Is that it?
We were the only family on our block that didn't get there by rowboat.
My son-in-law's is Puerto Rican.
Uh-huh.
My other son-in-law is Polish.
Polish.
My other son-in-law is Italiano.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I have a 3 or 4 son-in-laws. I think a 3. The last time I count.
Uh-huh.
2,
Because it can change these
2.
days.
Yeah, you know, one day. But
Daylight savings time, you know.
2 son-in-laws are cuckoo. One
Uh-huh.
is cuckoo
For Cocoa Puffs?
Italian. The other's cuckoo Polish.
Uh-huh.
The Puerto Rican he just wacko,
Yeah.
you know.
Have you ever noticed there's no more Polish jokes?
But then, yeah,
Yeah.
I told you in the service of Stash,
Mm-hmm.
we used to be in the jungle together,
Uh-huh.
and Stash used to be with the gun in a foxhole.
Uh-huh.
I talk like this, but I speak English.
Take your pill.
You got the pill. Stash. He says, I see the gun he shoot at me. So Stash should say, I stand up and I look. And Stash would stand up 3 times. And I say, Stash, he know over there. Stash, he shoot from over there.
Uh-huh.
Stasha never made. He stand up, bada bing, Stasha fall down. I go over Stasha. I said, you okay? He says, no, I gotta do a beaty fart. I says, okay, don't worry. So he goes and he do poo-poo in the corner. Exactly. Just like you, Tom. But Stasha, he's a good man. I don't know what I even talk about Stash, but that's okay.
You reminded me, I don't know why you were talking about the no more Polish jokes. There's only one, I know one Italian joke
Uh-huh.
about did you guys hear about the Italians that they built a rocket ship to go to the sun?
Yeah, I know.
And everybody was asking them, how are you going to withstand the heat of the sun?
Don't worry, we're going at night.
No, that's not what they said. They said, don't worry, we go at night.
That's much better.
Oh, an Italian. That's a great. Sal, wake up, Sal.
So, listen, since our show is called Funny Talk, could you share some of your favorite comedians? Do you watch comedy at all? Do you have comedy? You know, who are your favorite comics?
He's my favorite comedian right over here, you know. And then there's another one over there that is terrific, and another guy, Dougie, over there.
Yeah, but for real.
Three the best.
Yeah. What about the ones people would know about?
Now, they weren't a comic, but I know Uncle Sal always liked the old Charlie Chan movies.
Ah, he's my favorite, yeah.
Right?
I saw.
Oh.
Number one son.
Stan Laurel.
What did he always say
I
at the
got-
end of his movies, Charlie Chan? He would say number one son was one of the things, but he didn't say the case was solved. That was Peter Sellers. I
don't
thought
know.
Charlie Chan had a.
Vinny, you were about to say Laurel and Hardy is your favorite?
Laurel and Hardy.
Okay.
I know as fat and I call them fat and skinny, you know. And
That's like Doug and I.
yeah.
Which one you want to guess? Who's who?
Shut the light and let me see who glows
did
in the
Tom
dark.
tell you we're gonna have Stan? We're gonna have
Stan Laurel's granddaughter.
Stan Laurel's great
Oh,
granddaughter.
granddaughter.
Great granddaughter.
I think they were great comedians.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I had an experience with what was his name? Not Murray yesterday. Henny Youngman, okay?
Oh, yeah?
I was in New York to see a show. I was a kid, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I know
And
the
he's on
story.
the stage, you know what I mean? And he starts with a joke, and then he starts, Sally, you fool, Sally, you fool. And he's looking directly at me, Sally, you fool. The whole family was hysterical because, of course, I was Sally, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You get such a kick out of that. You know,
Yes,
but I
by
loved
the way, folks-
Henny Youngman, I loved him.
Uncle Sal was known as Uncle Sally. So he would fit in with the LGBT group. Started out as a guy, you know.
No, and I like Abbott and Costello. I got a whole box full of their films, and so did Charlie Chan, you know. So now that I retired last month, I'm going to start watching them, you know.
When you were kids, what do you remember watching?
Oh, God. Milton Berle?
Of course.
Sure. I
Now,
remember
Grandma used to call him Meet the Ball.
that. Mika Maka.
Oh, Mika Maka.
Yeah. Mika Maka, you know.
So
Who
many.
did Grandma call Mika Maka?
Milton Berle.
Milton Berle.
That's close
Well,
enough.
that was one grandmother. The other grandmother called him Meet the Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma Pauline. Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
That's it.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
And my favorites growing up was Abbott and Costello.
I was.
I
more-
love them. I love them.
And I grew to despise church because I'd have to leave and turn off Abbott and Costello in order to make mass
Quick, they were on the weekends.
on
in the
Sunday,
morning, on
Sunday morning.
mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Silver's show.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever fake being sick so you wouldn't go to church? How did you get out of it?
My whole childhood was faking being sick. Then I grew older and I'm actually sick now.
I only did that one time. I put the thermometer by the radiator because I really didn't want to go to school.
Which stooge are you?
Curly?
Certainly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was that in a scene from?
I don't know.
Okay.
Could have been.
It
The
could have
Three
been.
Stooges.
I saw a W.C. Fields flick the other day.
Uh-huh.
I laughed for an hour and a half. I
He
was
is
laughing.
funny. We have to do a
wacko.
show on W.C. Fields because
What
people
he
have
used-
forgotten
What he used to do with that fedora, hanging on his cane. I laughed my head off.
him. And now you have no head.
That's exactly.
You're
Unbelievable.
better off.
I'm missing a lot of things since I hit almost 80. Let me tell you.
That's
How
right.
about Buster Crabbe?
Buster Crabbe wasn't a comedian. You're talking Buster Keaton.
Oh, what was Buster Crabbe?
Buster Crabbe was what I had for dinner tonight.
Buster.
Cocktail
Cowboy.
sauce.
No.
Gene
Buster
Aut-
Crabbe was a swimmer, wasn't he?
No.
Buster Crabbe
Crabbe
and
was.
Gene
Was
Autry.
he? Was Buster Crabbe one of the guys from the space? What was the
Yes.
space show?
Yes.
With
Yes.
the,
Buster Crabbe
Yeah.
was the space guy.
what was his name?
Buster
and they had an
Crabbe.
evil Emperor Zod, not Emperor.
Not
Zod.
evil Knievel.
Flash
Flash
Gordon.
Gordon. That
Was
was
that
Buster
Buster Crabbe?
Crabbe?
Buster Crabbe was a cowboy.
He was a cowboy, Buster Crabbe.
Was he?
Like Gene Autry, sure.
I got it.
I've got it, Tom,
You got it?
and I think I even spelled it right.
I'm thinking Esther Williams.
He was a movie actor,
Yeah.
Crabbe. I don't know why I knew that. He was the title role in Tarzan, Flash Gordon, and Buck Rogers.
All right.
Buck Rogers. Yeah.
Wow.
Buck
He was one of many Tarzans.
Tom, you think of it, if you and I could develop our body, like a swimmer's body, like
Oh.
Buster Crabbe, we could
I'd
get
sink.
somewhere.
Swimmer's body.
You better wear a lot of light
Wait a minute.
preserves.
I know. We could do Rafter's body and Guy in the Raft together.
Now he's talking George Raft. He's completely
Yeah,
mixed up.
George Rift. George Rift.
So anyway, Buster Keaton was who you were mentioning before.
Well, I mentioned Buster Crabbe. But
He was very
But-
funny, but he was silent movies, wasn't he?
He was in some movies where he talked. He was in The Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. He was a marathon runner.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
And he talked in that. And why do I think
He was in a Twilight-
Wild World? What was the name?
West.
It's a mad
It's a-
world.
Mad
Was
World.
he in that too?
I think he
might have
was,
been.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so did you like Buster Keaton? How about Buster Crabbe?
They were both good.
Harold Lloyd was another one. around
Harold
that time.
Lloyd, another one.
Yeah, we need to do shows on these people.
It was
Why don't we do one
John
now?
John Wayne was very funny. What the hell, John Wayne? We're
John
talking
Wayne.
comics.
I know,
Okay,
but John
Pilgrim.
Wayne- John Wayne,
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, all those during my
Okay,
time.
I'm gonna Google funny talk and see what comes up.
I think
here.
Vinny's having an aneurysm.
Googled.
Vinny, if you do have any, I do surgery for $129.
He
I'll
does.
take two.
He opened a discount surgical center called Suit Yourself.
But boom.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Ooh, here. Do you talk funny? 77 comedy habits to become a better.
What are you, Mayor LaGuardia? You're going to
A
read the
better
newspaper
and funnier
to us?
public speaker. Public speaking can be terrifying, Tom.
Really? So
For
can this show.
only $12.88. What kind of price is that? $12.88.
That's
for a
what you
book.
charge for an appendectomy, isn't it?
No, that's my price per pound for liposuction.
Oh, I better save up.
That's more like 24 rolls of toilet paper.
I just want to mention Vinny's hat says SWAT on it, which is why he brought the big fly swatter.
I'm here.
I didn't want to ask because I thought he was like having delusions that mosquitoes are that big around here.
They said that they were visiting from another country.
Another planet, Uranus.
There are some countries that have horrifyingly large insects.
Tsetse flies that swoop down and carry babies away.
Okay, I'll give you a little story. When I was in the service, I was stationed in Kentucky training. And I'm sitting down, we're doing demolition, and one of the guys, we're sitting like Tonto Indians, right? With our legs crossed, and one of the guys yells, "Look at that spider!" So everybody's looking around. I'm looking around. I don't see no spider, right? He goes, "Over there, it's right there on you." I looked down, the spider was the size of my hand. That sound came out of my butt. It was crawling on my leg.
Hey.
It was furry, black and gray. I almost called it a name. As a matter of fact, I did. But I squatted that thing off my leg before it bit me. Using that fly swatter would have been too small. And I jumped up, and everybody was screaming around me. And I was hopping around, and the spider disappeared.
Oh, no.
I'll never forget that spider.
Did you ever find them?
It was the itsy bitsy spider, went up for the spout.
I was hoping that story had a punchline.
But that was
I
a
still
true
am.
story. It
Yeah.
was a true
I don't like spiders. I hate spiders, actually.
Well, what's that thing on your neck?
Ah,
Oh.
a skin tag?
Okay, let's try something else. Do either of you have a favorite joke?
Yeah, he's sitting
joke.
right next to me. Now, his favorite joke.
So, I'll tell you my favorite, and this is a true story from my life.
I can't wait.
One night after services at temple, the rabbi came up to me. He goes, "Doug, you look really upset. What's the matter?" I said, "Rabbi, I think my wife is trying to poison me." He said, "Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. Let me talk to her." So a week later, after services, the rabbi motions me over. He says, "Doug, I talked to your wife. Take the poison."
I don't have a button for crickets chirping.
This is what I got was even worse than I would have been grateful for crickets.
They're actually very
Take the
tasty.
poison.
Yes.
A woman on her deathbed says to her husband, "Honey," oh no, the husband says to his wife on his deathbed, "Honey, before I go, I need to tell you, I did something horrible. I slept with your sister." And she strokes his head. She says, "I know, honey. Lie back. Let the poison work."
Oh my God.
Now that's a joke. Did I end with the itsy bitsy spider? No. It's got a beginning, it's got a middle,
How
it's
did
got
I get here?
I drove you.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, Tom, well, I'm trying, you
I
know.
wanna- I
This
wanna
is, I went
ask-
back 50 years.
I want to ask these Hoboken people. Most people who grew up in Hoboken have a Frank Sinatra story.
I do.
What's your Frank Sinatra story?
He lived in Hoboken. But
There you have it, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
his mother's name was Millie. She lived
Dolly.
A Dolly?
Dolly.
Oh, then it must have been the sister of Millie. But they lived at 8th and Garden Street growing up.
Uh-huh.
And my mother-in-law, father-in-law lived right across the street from them on 8th and Garden Street. And they said that they were, normal, very normal people didn't show. But this Frank Sinatra would go through the streets on a horse and wagon and singing. And, people would throw, change on the wagon or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he said he was very, very nice, very normal at that time. Go ahead.
Oh, we have a phone call. Welcome, caller. Identify yourself.
Hi, Tom. It's Paula. It's Vinny's daughter, the crazy one.
Oh, how you doing? Thanks for calling.
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for calling. Did you have something to say for Pop over here?
Yeah, I didn't know if you remembered that Frank Sinatra sang at my grandmother's wedding.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I didn't remember.
Wow, did he sing for free?
Who told you that?
Yeah. Yes, he did. My mom did before she passed away.
Really?
Really?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
What did he
And
sing?
he sung it. I don't know what he sang, but I know he did sing at their wedding.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Now, Sal,
I could tell you
I
that.
thought maybe he remembered.
Yeah. Well, we lived on 6th and Monroe Street. Sinatra's live on 4th, just a couple of blocks away. And of course, Grandma Pauline knew Frank Sinatra's mother very well. You know?
right.
In those days, in the 30s, they used to have a lot of dances. That was the thing, dances,
Uh-huh.
radio and dancing. And my mother and father knew Sinatra. In fact, he wanted to sing at their wedding. For some reason, it never happened, but he wanted to sing at their wedding. You know what I mean? So there was a relation. You know what I mean?
I heard Grandpa Jimmy turned them down. And
It was, I forgot what the
Oh, wow.
situation was, but he wanted to sing at their wedding, and probably Grandpa did, who knows, but that was in the 30s,
yeah,
when they had a lot of these dances and, weddings, like that. But the family knew him very well, especially Grandma Pauline, you know what I mean?
uh-huh.
She was a midwife, you know what I mean? And she,
Sinatra's mother.
Sinatra's mother, yeah, she
Right.
was a midwife.
And Grandma Pauline had what? Seven kids, six
Yeah,
kids.
right. And she was part of the clique, Grandma Pauline, so they were friends,
Uh-huh.
But
Wow.
gotta give that Sinatra a lot of credit. God bless him. You know what I mean? He really, by hook or by crook, he made it to the best. Gotta
The,
give him
the only Sinatra that's alive now is the daughter,
the
Nancy.
daughters,
Nancy, right?
Nancy,
This,
yeah.
I
Oh,
think-
these boots are made for walking.
yeah,
That's
right.
what they're going to do.
Tina.
Yeah,
One
she
of
was
these
good
days,
too.
These boots.
And the son,
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Excuse me, Dad. I sent in some pictures for Veterans Day because Dad's a veteran when he was in the service.
Oh,
I don't know if you got them.
I didn't see them yet.
You didn't see them? I sent them.
Really?
To the number on the screen, right?
To the Funny Talk page?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You mean you sent pictures by
I sent them to
text?
the number. I didn't know which. Yeah, is that not out?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't. That's a regular
So
landline.
that's why you didn't get them? Okay. What number can I send them to?
Just post them if you go to Funny Talk with Mangelli and Max Facebook page. You could post them.
Okay.
You could post them in
Oh,
our,
okay. Right there?
there. Yeah.
Okay. No problem. We'll do that then.
All right, cool. Thank
And
you.
we love pictures on
All
our
right.
radio show. They always liven
Okay,
it up.
great.
All right, thanks for calling in.
I got some good ones, too.
Uh-oh.
oh no,
Yes, Dad was a professional bodybuilder when he was younger.
oh God.
So
I know.
what you were in the army? We know that. What rank were you? What did you do in the service?
I was Spec 4. My MOS changed a couple of times. It was during Vietnam era. I trained to go to Vietnam, but I was turned into military police in Fort Knox.
Oh, my band director was military police.
Well, that's your problem. Anyway,
It was.
was he really?
When he pulled my hair, yeah. He'd grab my hair to pull me when we'd roughhouse on the bus.
Is that why you don't have much hair?
That's why.
But anyway, I was. The training was an experience, I could say, and when I came out.
Of the closet?
No, when I came out, actually, I was injured over here in the States.
By a spider?
No, that was besides the spider. We were riding on the turnpike, doing support for the convoy that would come from Jersey City in the National Guard, because at the time when you came out, you were in the reserves. And 18 guys in the truck were hit in the back by a tractor trailer.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. And it was a light mist on the roadway. We spun around. We hit the guardrail on the shoulder, and it happened to be on a hill, and we rolled down. The truck rolled and rolled and rolled. Several fellows were killed.
Wow.
I fractured my neck and my back and all that.
Wow.
But, you know, I'm here today to say thank you for pulling me through, you know?
Really?
And that's it.
My father told me stories of at the D-Day landing. A lot of soldiers were killed getting from the big troop carrier boats onto the little landing craft.
Yes.
Because they were tied together and they'd slam back and
Yes,
forth.
yes.
And some people would like fall down off the rope ladder and get caught between them.
There was a lot involved. They tried to figure nice weather or whatever when they were landing, but what happened is the ocean was rough, and you know, it was it's horrible. It's
Anyway,
horrible.
Vietnam. I was my draft number for Vietnam was 7, but it was the year that they still had the lottery, but they didn't do the draft.
Right. They
That
had
was the last year,
distance.
74.
Right.
I went
Now,
to
Uncle
Vietnam.
Sal wasn't in the
Yes,
service,
let me-
but he was in the KISS Army.
Well, what happened was, you know, and came 1957, 58, all my friends went into the army. Boom, me, 4F.
Maroon.
That was it. You know, they said a bad ticker. Anyway, got 4F. Now, meanwhile, heights, I have a phobia with heights, let me tell you. So anyway, anybody that asks me, were you in the service? I says, yes, I was a paratrooper. You know? I
Paratrooper.
tell them I was a paratrooper. Meanwhile, if I go on the roof, I gotta crawl on my belly. Now, when
That's a sight.
When I kept company with Angela, right, you wanted to be the strong, you know, the boyfriend, you know, did it all. She used to take me on a Ferris wheel, and on top of the top, she used to rock it back and forth. Meanwhile, as she was doing that, I wanted to throw up. I wanted to shit my.
Sal, instead of being afraid of heights, you should have been afraid of widths.
So
Look,
then another time,
gay note.
I get the ladder, I put it on the side of the house, right? I tell the boys, the 3 boys, I'm going up to put the cover on the air conditioner. You stay by this ladder and hold it until I come down. Now.
Yeah, hello.
Until I come down. So I'm up there. My eyes went to the left, and there's the 3 of them in the streets playing ball. You son of a bitch, get over here! I froze on that ladder, Maron, I froze. How to get down?
How do you think the ladder felt?
Oh, I'm telling you, I had to close my eyes and go down 1 step at a time. Wanted to kill them.
He
I
was,
used to be frightened of heights, and then I studied
4F.
rock climbing.
Really?
I
yeah.
did rock climbing.
What, Pebble Beach?
Rock Hudson.
That's a close. I actually played Pebble Beach.
That's
I didn't
your-
actually drive. I drove my son. I drove the cart. My son got to play Pebble Beach.
Yeah, your son told me. Never again. But while I had this, remember, keep in mind, he was a member of the Gay Notes.
Ta-da!
I have every one of their albums.
Every one of their albums.
Yeah, the first album, I loved it. It was called G is for Gay.
Hey, Tom, you should have brought a picture of us with the Gay Notes at that time with the group near the piano. I thought you had a picture you were going to.
You know, you looked a lot like Buddy Holly back then.
That's what they used to call me, buddy.
Really?
We tried, but the zoo was closed.
So what kind of music did you play?
A little of everything.
Yeah.
A little of everything.
Rap?
You know, the
Hip-hop?
funny part of the thing is when I used to do the nightclubs, you know,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't married then, I was still, you know, and who used to pop up? Friends of my father, you know what I mean? With other women, and then they used to get me on the side of the bed.
Oh my God.
Did you get some little your vig from that?
I don't know nothing. I didn't see anything.
You became Sergeant Schultz.
Schultz, I know nothing.
Terrible, terrible.
Yes. Yes, the clock on the wall says it's 10:29, and our show ends at 10:30.
Oh, too bad.
Actually, it ended at 9:30, but we're not counting.
So remember, people,
Do you have
Tom
any
and I
plugs?
will be performing together a rare comedy event, an evening of comedy and homemade pasta.
Homemade pasta.
The Rockland County Parent Aid Fund, a wonderful charity
That's
event.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, November 15th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 at
Knights of Columbus in Haverstraw, New York. And this Sunday, I will be at Scotty's Comedy Cove in Springfield, New Jersey.
And November 21, the night before Thanksgiving, I will be performing at Broadway Comedy Club in the big city of New York.
Really?
And I've got another show coming up. Oh, I know how I can find out what I've got coming up.
Did Amanda put...
When you become a big comedy person like me, you can't remember where you're going to be.
Doesn't get much bigger than that. That's what she said.
Did Paula send the pictures?
You know, I tried to explain to her that we're on the radio,
Hmm. Oh, I see.
and we're on the radio.
What does that mean?
Tom will explain it. He does better than that.
We're on the radio.
Yeah. So why do I have to wear...
Well, people who are... What? What are you wearing?
If we're on the radio, why am I wearing these hats and glasses?
Oh, I know. December 1, I'm going to be at Make Wine With Us in Wallington, New Jersey.
I
Oh.
can't wait. I don't know
Performing
about
at
you.
they make wine there. And people go and they drink wine and they bring food and they have a wonderful time doing comedy. So I have some comedy shows coming.
Aren't you whiny
Yeah.
enough?
Yeah. Okay, so I think our show is officially over and
It's
people are
officially
fed
over.
up with us, Tom.
Yes, I want to thank everybody who watched and apologize at the same time. But we will be here in 2 weeks. Who's on the show in 2 weeks?
Well, it's a surprise.
Oh, it's yet to be determined. But we do have a commitment from a few people. We have Stan Laurel's great-granddaughter coming on soon.
And Joe Salabi,
Joe Salabi.
who's been involved in managing and producing shows and comedy for
Right.
I don't know how many years. but he
Several
knows everybody. So
decades,
we're
and
gonna
he's
enjoy
down in
talking to
Florida,
him.
I believe.
And with him, Eddie Brill, another wonderful comic, might come on.
He was on
well.
once before also.
And we had a nice talk with Eddie.
I'd love to come back and listen to you guys.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes.
You're talking about dinner before the show, right?
Oh,
Wait a minute, is
absolutely.
that a promise? If you come back, you're going to listen this time.
Vinny's going to speak tongues,
Yes, absolutely.
speak in tongues, and
That's
that's
one of my
about
favorite albums,
Doesn't
Speaking
it?
in Tongues.
Doesn't
Really?
look like
Talking
Dr.
Heads.
DeGenero.
All right, well, this has been Funny Talk with Mangeli and Max, with me, Doug Max.
and me, Tom Angeli,
And me, Vince DeCandia.
And Sally DiStesso.
Uncle
Love you now.
Sally.
Good night, listening world.